Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ding the notification bell to be notified of new videos.
Glenmore Reservoir it's a reservoir of the Bow River. Provides drinking water to the city of Calgary. It's actually a really clean, beautiful lake. It's home to some trout and some perch, and I don't know about walleye, but I know about pike. And it's actually one of the few places in southern Alberta, not the only, but one of the few where you can keep a pike. You can actually keep 3 of them a day. So I haven't cleaned a fish since I brought home some trout for my wife. Oh man, 12 years ago. We're not fish eaters. We don't eat a lot of fish. I eat them, we eat shore lunch whenever I go fishing with the annual trip. But we're not we eat fish and chips. But we're not a wild fish kind of crew. But today, I brought my cooler with some ice in it. And I just picked up my first filleting knife. And I've decided that I'm going to give it a whirl. No, I just got hit with something. Not even sure. Tighten my drag. That feels like a fish. Oh yeah, I got a head shake. Wow. I'm just trolling just up the coast here. Was not expecting anything. I've not seen it yet, so I'm kind of anticipating what it is. Small pike maybe? And yeah, that's exactly what it is, a small pike. And he went for that perch pattern swim bait like it owed him money. There he goes. Thank you, buddy. All right, I suffered a technical failure there. The GoPro decided to poop the bed. But in that blue cooler is my first keeper fish in a long time. So Glenmore Reservoir. Gonna slice him up when I get home so he's on ice. So and I caught him just in this area. We're at about 12 feet of water, and I put up a nice fight once again on that nice nuclear perch. Hey everyone, welcome to Chasing the Kraken. So totally different venue, obviously, today. I haven't cleaned a pike, I don't think, in my entire life. So I've watched some YouTube. I'm a YouTube expert. I went to YouTube University to learn how to clean pike, and I'm going to give it my best first shot with the whole Y bone technique and everything. So bear with me and let's get cracking. Now I'm just going to do this all in one roll, so bear with me. All right, and I bought this knife from London Drugs, so a reputable outdoor supplier of fine workmanship and working tools. So I'm gonna really try to not cut myself. Now I haven't gutted this pike. From what I understand is I don't necessarily have to. That could be a mistake, so let's learn together. So I'm gonna start off behind the gill plate. I'm gonna cut down on a bit of an angle to, kind of like 11 o'clock. I'm cutting until I get down to the bone, and then I'm sure am I even there? I think I'm there. Now I'm going to turn the knife, and I'm going to, oh, am I too deep? No, I'm probably going to mess up this whole half, but let's see. Wow, I completely butchered that, so no surprise there. I was at the bone, so I'm not quite sure. Let's see if we can sort of pick up where we left off. I hate to waste the meat, but I'm obviously not very good. So, sad but true, I think that's an entirely boneless piece of meat there. Oh wait, there are some bones at the bottom. So, all right, so that's fillet number 1. God help me. So not very good. Off to a bad start. I'll put that in the water. Let's flip this guy over and try again. Maybe a better angle? I don't know. All right, let's try this again. So I'm gonna come in a little bit lower this time. Cutting through. Yeah, I feel like I'm at the bone now. So now, yeah, I think I was just too like not aggressive enough on that first one. Okay, this feels like more meat for sure. Following it, ouch, bones, following it, and out the other side. All right, so still not a ton of meat, but better than my last time, and I didn't puncture any intestines or anything like that, so. Okay, so now what I understood was that there were supposed to be bones in the ribs, but I think because I was not aggressive enough with the knife, I think I totally avoided those. I'm going to give this over a good pass, but now it's time to see if I can get it off the skin. Now someone said to use a fork, so I'll try that method. And I have the fork coming in on top of the skin. Sine motion, from what I understand, is the way to go. Seems like I'm still doing okay on this guy. It's not losing a bunch of meat, and well, a little bit of meat there, but not losing a bunch. Okay. Wow. Okay, that was brutal. So, skin off. There's still a bunch of meat on there, obviously. All right. Well, like I said, we're learning. This is, how to clean a pike for beginners by a total beginner who only has his savvy from YouTube. Now, the plus side is, the exception of maybe a couple spots, I'm not feeling any bones in that. Super thin piece of meat, unfortunately, but like I said. All right, let's see if we can do better on this one. Now this one I can feel there's bones right there. So let me take the easy way out and try and get those bones out of there. Angling the old knife. All right, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. When I cook this up, and I am going to cook this and eat this tonight, when I cook it up, I'm going to keep a bone counter. I'm going to run a bone counter at the top, and then I'll tell you how many bones. We should play a little game. How many bones do you think Jordan left in the pike? Now, considering he took almost no meat, how many bones could there be? Sad but true. I think I need to, sit at the feet of the masters and learn their ways, because I am a wasteful son of a bean when it comes to this pike. All right, so that actually wasn't bad. That's a pretty clean piece of skin. So let me just wash this up real quick and I'll show you what I have left. All right, so picking up where we left off, not quite in the frying pan yet, but I'm just going to cut this monster fillet that I've gotten such efficient use out of, and I'm going to do just 4 pieces. I think that's about right. Okay, so I want to get fish juice on my beer. Okay, close enough. So I have the batter. Just your standard fish crisp beer batter, and it calls for almost a full bottle or can, minus a couple gulps for that, and this is only like a third of that. So some for you and some for me. Oh, should have saved some for the fish, poor guy. Okay. And of course I probably put too much beer in. So let's shake in a little more batter. I think it has to be a little bit thicker than that. Hello, darling. Today we're going to cook the pike. All right. That looks more battery. The oil is heating. And you put it on maximum, right? Double burner, maximum heat with the oil, and then just leave it for an hour to heat up. Maybe not. Okay, oil is coming up. Probably not yet. So I'm going to change the angle so you can watch me burn my face off. To the oil. That seems hot enough, yeah. I won't be feeding any extra families with my monster haul, old pike. But that seemed to do it. Let's go to 5.5. So there you go. Which is really sad because that pike was probably 3 pounds. It was a decent sized pike before I got my meat hooks into it. But this is how we learn, right? I'm sure Michelangelo hammered out a couple of, I don't know, pet rocks before he got to the good stuff. You know, I'm going to say that if I lacked for anything in this whole process, aside from maybe, you know, the proper tools, though this seems like a good knife, it's confidence. And that is, you know, if you're absolutely confident, I've seen them, they put the right pressure, they're 100%, whereas I'm so tentative, I'm, you know, as you can tell, I didn't want to get into the, I want to cut the thing in half, and as a result, I was basically skinning it, you know, with a little bit of meat off the top. So, live and learn. So, let's recap. So, did I totally ruin that pike? Yes, I did. Did I get very little meat out of it? Yes, I did. Am I going to get botulism or salmonella or anything weird? Probably not. I think I've got it cooked. I was pretty careful with the cleaning. It came out of clean water. Did I light the house on fire? No, not yet. So I'm going to call this one a win. Let's take the turn off the heat and let's get this onto a piece of paper towel. A plate of fish that I caught myself with my own hands, with my own fishing rod and my own new lure, and cleaned it myself as badly as I did it. And let's give this a second to cool down, and we're going to take a nibble. Okay, kids. So we have got the rest on a little side plate there. I have it, but I'm going to do the little tester. So we have the old salt and pepper. I'm sure I should have added this earlier, but there you go. A little bit of salt. That fish was assaulted, believe me. Poor guy. All right. Let's give her a whirl. So, cut into it. It actually looks nice and flaky. Now, remember the bone count, right? So, let's see how we did. Okay, so had my first piece of fish, a lot of batter. 0 bones so far. Very pikey. Second bite, 0 bones. Let's get into the big middle part. Not too bad. So your Glenmore Reservoir, Calgary, Alberta, Canada pike, and as poor of a job as I did cooking it, it worked out okay. So thanks for coming along with me, guys. This is not cooking with Jordan. Do not follow my cooking as an example, because obviously I do it absolutely terribly, and cleaning pike terribly. So bon appetit, and keep on cracking. We'll see you out there. All right, guys. Thanks. Bye.